Manny Pacquiao at Timothy Bradley. Pag-usapan natin yan mga idol. Mr. Dave TV, munting channel ko. Huwag mo kalimutan mag-subscribe at i-hit ang notification bell button para palagi kayong updated sa bago kong mga videos. Timothy Bradley versus Manny Pacquiao. Naglaban sila noong June 9, 2012 at saka naging trilogy ang laban na to dahil sa kadayaan ng Manny Bradley.
A world-class championship caliber professionals. I expect you to act that way. Mr. Pacquiao, Mr. Bradley, let's do this.
All right. Signals the official time. Keeper bell sounds. Round one begins. All eyes on Pacquiao to see if he's ready for the fight or if he has been diminished by his personal transformation, as so many seem to be thinking is the case. Body shot for Pacquiao.
Freddie Roach predicted that Manny Pacquiao would not lose a round. He would win every round. I think it was a bad prediction then. I think it's even worse now as I look at it, because Bradley is making Manny punch and try to get him off balance after Manny throws his left hand and trying to counter punch. It's a very tough competitive fight at this stage.
Emmanuel, don't you think that Freddie's dialogue about winning every round is a way of urging his fighter to be ahead on the score?
No, I think Freddie really believes that. He said that he would dominate Marquez the last fight very easily.
Oh, that's true. He predicted he would knock Marquez down 6 times, and that was a faulty prediction as well.
Pacquiao, of course, not only has the hand speed, but devastating punching power that can equalize just about anything Bradley can do at any moment.
And you know, he still, to me, is amazing. I have so much respect for him. He's really carried this sport to me for the last 8 years. He's been the dominant fighter that kept boxing in the headlines and never has dodged anyone. Has never even taken a retirement, a break off. He's fought everyone from 22 to 54.
And he's losing this round, the first of the fight.
What makes you say that, Max?
The times that I've seen a fighter clipped, it was Manny, except for one punch to the body that I thought Manny landed fairly cleanly.
Minute 15 still to go in the round. Bradley's guard was up. This is once again conventional fighter against the southpaw, so look at the straight left hand down the pipe by Pacquiao and the straight right hand down the pipe by Bradley. More difficult in this instance to land their jabs, or at least that's the conventional wisdom. Bradley with a body shot under Pacquiao's left elbow. And another body shot there. Pacquiao lands his jab. Notoriously inaccurate with the jab.
He's getting out of it. But every time Manny throws his left hand, you watch he's getting out of balance. His left foot is coming out of balance. And that's what Bradley's planning on. He's taking time, timing him every time he comes in.
Watch the difficulty to see.
Every time he throws it, he's out of position after that. He's counter punching him.
Pacquiao so dangerous in exchanges. Even when the other guy seems to have the upper hand, he can put you on your butt in an eye blink. And at the moment, Bradley.
Hard left hand by Pacquiao down the pipe. Best punch of the round so far. Gets another straight left hand onto Bradley's jaw. 2 big pops for Pacquiao.
They're the best punches of the fight. He's won the round just off of that.
Another straight left hand. I told you to watch for the straight left hand.
Here we see Manny land a straight left hand. Bradley didn't get back far enough. He was pulling out of range, and here he comes again. The same, almost identical punch, the same way.
That was the punch that launched Manny Pacquiao's brilliant career, the straight left.
7 when they fought.
He keeps coming.
Time! The more he misses, he's gonna tighten up. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
How you feel, Tim?
Hey, you're executing that fucking left really nice. I want you to keep doing that. Every time he shoots that left, I want you to lean down, but come up with something, baby. You know how it is. This fucking guy has a name. If you go the distance, you need to...
Thrown in the fight. Bradley was 13 of 65. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
I've got a...
Sa mga early rounds mga idol, halos nasa lahat ng score ng ating pambansang tumao Manny Pacquiao.
Okay, hey, champ, we're in the fucking fight. We're in the fucking fight. You have 2 options. You want to continue? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Dude, avoid the fucking pain. Ignore the pain in here.
Sinabihan si Bradley sa kanyang coach kung kaya pa ba niyang
Here we see
pagtuloy
an
ang
exchange
laban.
right now where they both exchanging punches, and as I've said before, Manny is very good at catching people when they're in the exchange room because he punches and pivots back and forth very well. Nothing is landing clean except for that punch there, and it still didn't seem like it had that much of an effect, but I don't know whether Bradley hurt his ankle is hurt.
Well, you heard Joel. And the left hand moves Bradley halfway across the ring. And Pacquiao drives him into the ropes. These power shots are taking their toll.
Way too much power. I was very, very surprised at the power that he has.
So far, what's so impressive about this for Pacquiao is he has a real game-primed junior welterweight champion moving up, a real credible opponent, and he's outclassing him.
Manny Pacquiao loves this kind of fight. This is exactly what
Bradley
he wants.
does too. Bradley just doesn't have the power, but Bradley likes this type of fight too.
Binugbog lang si Bradley mga idol sa ating pambansang kamao Manny Pacquiao dahil naubusan siya ng hangin para siyang butiti.
So round 6
na hindi
began.
nakapagpahinga.
Gets Bradley against the ropes and hits him 3 times with the left hand.
Smiles at us ringside and makes eyes as if to say this is fun. Pacquiao does.
Absolutely right.
Oh, good left uppercut on the inside from Pacquiao.
Great left uppercut.
Whatever it was that limited Manny Pacquiao last fall does not appear to be in the atmosphere tonight.
Sumunod, harang lang. Buksan mo yung mga mo, ha?
Sabi ni Buboy Fernandez, huwag kang sumulod, harang lang kasi lamang siya sa
There you
score.
see Manny's got Bradley in the corner, just landing a lot of punches, but particularly the right hook to the body was maybe the best punch out of that whole exchange in there. And it definitely had some effect on Bradley.
Has trained.
Bradley implementing the strategy we thought he'd implement from the beginning, which is trying to counter Pacquiao.
This would clearly appear to be Bradley's best round. Pacquiao's trying to come on now at the end, land one more big shot. Well, if we reach the final bell, it'll be the 5th consecutive Pacquiao fight to go the distance, and still we talk about his remarkable punching power. Bottom line is good fighters like Tim Bradley, if they want not to get knocked out, can do a pretty good job of avoiding it.
But I still think he punches good. I think Manny's still one of the best punchers in the game. He punches through his targets. Bradley's a tough guy, and after that, maybe a 3rd or 4th round, he hasn't been able to land solid on Bradley with 2 or 3 punches. Bradley's dipping, twisting, turning, moving, ducking, turning around, not getting hit solid with 2 punches.
I'll tell you something else.
See that?
Not only is Pacquiao moving Bradley more with his shots than Bradley moving Pacquiao, but this is the hardest I've ever seen Bradley throw punches. This is Bradley primed for the moment, throwing the hardest shots he can and not hurting Pacquiao with them.
Exactly. But you can't grow power overnight.
Hanggat sa mga middle round mga idol, hindi nakapag-score ng maayos si Timothy Bradley dahil nakapos na siya. At bakit natalo ang ating pambansang kamao?
You can improve punching power a lot, but some guys are just born that way. I call it heavy-handed. Just
how about heavy calves?
Yeah,
Look at those calves on Pacquiao.
The biggest I've ever
Bradley.
saw in proportion to his body. It's unbelievable.
Well, there's no question that's where the power comes from. The driving legs, his ability to commit, his willingness to risk to throw those shots, all of it conspires to make him a great prize fighter.
One of the greatest who ever lived. Every generation has their guys, and this one, it's Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, of course, and hopefully one day we get to see that fight.
Hope springs eternal in the boxing fan's heart.
Meanwhile, Bradley's still throwing punches like he means it.
And winning this round at this point, in my opinion.
Natapos ang kanilang laban, mga idol.
Performance
Via 12
against
rounds.
the game in his prime. Young champion, determined to win, never stopped trying, but outclassed.
Well, I guess Bradley's cornermen feel as though they might not be at this level again, so they want to pick their fighter up and carry him around. Pacquiao is on his feet in the corner talking with his guys. Bradley's still hoisted aloft. And let's take a look at the story of the fight in highlight form. And the caption here is Manny Pacquiao's straight left hand. One of the dominant weapons in boxing, perhaps the #1 offensive weapon in boxing over the course of the past 8 or 10 years. Manny Pacquiao's straight left hand, Emmanuel Stewart, dominated this fight.
But after the first few rounds, he never could land it consistently. You know, he could land it every once in a while, but usually, most of the time, Bradley was moving away from the punches. And he never could land it after these first two right here. The rest of the punches, he couldn't land just the way he wanted to. But he still did enough to win the fight and overpower Bradley.
Harold, how did your scorecard wind up?
Okay, Jim, I got a 119, 109, 11 rounds to 1, Manny Pacquiao. I agree with the graphic, with the clip that shows that straight left hand landing over and over and over again. That was the determining factor in each and every round. He would hurt Bradley with that straight, vicious left hand. Bradley couldn't knock enough power shots to hurt Pacquiao more. 11-1, Manny Pacquiao.
All right, Harold Letterman, take us through the 3 official judges who will score the fight very quickly.
All right, Jim, as I say, 24 teaches all the other judges how to judge. Very solid choice here. C.J. Ross, she's been judging for a while, there's no doubt about it. She's been judging since 1992, but I don't know if she's ready for a major fight like this. A little bit shaky. Jerry Roth, very good judge. Had a tough time recently with Brandon Rios and Richard Abril, but other than that, he's usually pretty solid.
All right. And Michael Buffer is standing by with the official results. Let's go to him right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand, we go to the scorecards. Jerry Roth scores about 115, 113 for Pacquiao. CJ Ross scores it 115, 113 for Bradley. And Dwayne Ford scores it 115, 113 to the winner by split decision. And new WBO welterweight champion of the world, the Desert Storm, Timothy
I don't think we're blind. I think Harold Letterman is the best scorer alive, and I think that is a terrible, bogus decision.
I'm dumbfounded. I don't know what to say. I mean, just when they started off the 115 and 113, and I have no comment. I'm totally confused.
I'm as confused as anyone could possibly be. Chinky Pacquiao's reaction at ringside. Timothy Bradley has scored an upset split decision victory over Manny Pacquiao. God only knows how. Harold Letterman. Jim, you covered Dwayne Ford with glory.
Kung anong mga opinion nyo dyan sa laban na ito mga idol, mag-iwan kayo ng mensahe sa